I would like to tell you about a strange encounter that I had. Several years ago, I went on a solo 3-day hike on the Superior Hiking Trail on the north shore of Lake Superior in Minnesota. I parked my car at a trailhead on the south end of my hike route, and then took a shuttle van to the northern end starting point where my hike would begin. Over the 3 days, I hiked back to the trailhead where my car was. It was a fantastic hike, and I really enjoyed myself. The trail and shore scenery was beautiful, but I did have rain on the first day. Other than that, the weather was cooperative and comfortable. Even though there wasn't any more additional rain other than the first day, there were still several areas along the trail that were wet and muddy. I had good hiking boots and some thick wool socks, so puddles didn't slow me down too much. But with all the splashing and slopping through the wet areas, it didn't take long for me to get completely muddy up to my knees. I was on the third and final day of my hike, and I was guessing I was maybe 20 minutes away from the trailhead where my car was, when I met a couple of other hikers heading towards me from the direction of the trailhead. I say hikers, but they really weren't dressed or equipped to be hikers, but maybe just a couple that was having a nice walk. The trailhead was only about 20 minutes away, so that didn't seem too odd to me. They looked like a married couple in their 70s. Both had silvery gray hair and were dressed in nice clothes. Not business or formal nice clothes, but clean clothes that seemed mostly white and gray. I don't recall seeing any colors with their shirts or slacks. And they both were wearing full-length slacks, no shorts or hiking pants. Their clothes were bright, but not colorful. They were only wearing normal casual shoes, not hiking boots. They didn't have any backpacks or pouches, and they were not carrying any water with them. We exchanged hellos and how are yous. The lady asked how far I had been hiking, and I told them that I was on the third day of a 3-day hike. They congratulated me for doing such a good job. I thanked them, but thought that was a bit of an odd statement. After all, the trail is there for very long, even multi-week hikes, so I thought just spending 3 days wasn't all that impressive. After a few more moments of pleasant conversation, I told them that I was going to head down the trail again. I told them to have a good day and wished them good rest of their walk. They thanked me, and we parted again, each heading in opposite directions. I continued toward the trailhead, but it was taking much, much longer than I had expected. I also came across a section of big rock steps. In that area, the trail changes elevation, and depending on the direction you've been traveling, you either have to scramble up several steps or carefully step down them. It wasn't a difficult challenge, but it was more of a climb by hand than a hike. But with good, grippy hiking boots, it was manageable. It was a full hour and a half before I finally made it back to my car. I had greatly underestimated how far I was still from my car. I took a while to clean off my muddy legs and change into some more comfortable and cleaner clothes to drive in. It really was a fun hike. As I was driving back home, I started thinking about my chance encounter with that older couple on the trail. Things just didn't seem right. There's nothing strange about meeting other people on the hiking trail. That happens. But that couple was out of place. As I found out when I met them, it was at least an hour and a half away from the trailhead where I presumed that they started. And to get to that meeting location, they would have also had to climb over those big rocky steps with just those shoes they were wearing. They were not carrying any pack or water, and there was no mud or dirt on their shoes and slacks. I greatly appreciate friendly people, but their overly friendly meeting with me was now also seeming a little out of place. Looking back, I got the feeling that to them it was more important for them to talk with me than it was to walk on the trail. Why would I feel that? I don't know who that couple was that I met, and I don't know why things seem so strange about them. but they were just out of place and something just didn't seem right.